I want to share with you today about the progress of my channel. So, my main channel is called Eat Like It's 1965, and that is the channel I'm going to be talking about. I have this channel basically to kind of, what do I want to say, document my YouTube journey on my main channel. My main channel is about the carnivore diet, the ketogenic diet, and getting my health back over the last 5 years. So if you're into that, go check out that channel and subscribe if you would. So this information is about that channel. So I started that channel the end of November, about the 28th, I think, of November. And so I am roughly, in a couple weeks, I'll be 90 days in. And my channel is currently at not as of right this very minute, like 992 subscribers. And I think I have I'm close to 3,000 watch hours. So that's where I'm at. So countdown to monetization. But I wanted to share my journey and what I've learned to date, what I would change, what I would do different. So some of it is things I would change. Some of it is just realizations, that kind of thing. So I wanted to share that with you in case it's helpful to any young channel out there like mine. So the first thing that I figured out is these freaking subscribers. So my subscribers, I would get one or two or whatever. I would see them come through and then all of a sudden I'd see them go away, one or two or whatever. And I was like, what the heck? Like, why are people they're subscribing, but then they're unsubscribing? Did not make sense at all. So after doing some research, I figured out that the majority of that is YouTube basically protecting my channel. So they are, I think, constantly monitoring channels, new channels, existing channels for scamming, bot channels, that kind of thing. And they remove like thousands of them in a day. So once I figured that out, I'm like, oh, that makes 100% sense now. That's why my subscribers keep getting removed. So people are not, to subscribe to a channel, it's very purposeful, so people aren't going to just make the decision to subscribe just to unsubscribe right away. So that doesn't make sense. So basically, when these subscribers are getting removed, it's also removing the watch hours, any watch hours that were a part of that. So you can't get butthurt over that. You have to realize that YouTube is protecting your channel. So anytime I see that, I'm like, thank you, YouTube, for protecting my channel and getting these bots and scamming people off my channel. I don't want them on there. So if you realize that and understand that, it makes it a lot less hurtful. You don't think people are just constantly unsubscribing to your channel, because I don't think the majority of them, I don't think that that's the case. So I really think it's YouTube doing most of it. Okay, number two, when you have a video that appears to be just trucking right along, getting views, you're getting subscribers from it, this is me. Don't abruptly go in and start creating shorts based off of other videos that you're trying to promote. I would do that. Well, first, I would use shorts to promote my video that I just put out, and I think that's fine. But it's when I did the mix of trying to do some shorts based off other videos at the same time that YouTube was trying to push my other video out, I felt like I saw that video kind of being pulled back. So it kind of like got in the way of the general traction of that video that I just put out. So if I had to do it all over again, I would not do that. Once I pushed a video out for the first probably at least 36 to 48 hours, I would not push some shorts out that reference back to a different video. I would only put a short out if it referenced the video that I just put out that is being promoted by YouTube. So that's a big thing that I think that was a mistake I made a couple times. But once that short kind of died out just a little bit, or it was out there for a little bit, then I saw that video start coming back to life again, the original one that I had just put out. So that is my suggestion there. All right, number 3, I would do shorts from the beginning. From the beginning. When I put out my very first video, I would take that, and I've been using Nexus clips. This video, of course, is not sponsored by anyone, but I have been using Nexus clips because it goes in and it clips your long video. It does all that work, and it's just easy, and I don't have time to do that. So it was just a very easy process. But what I would do if I was starting a new channel is that very first video, I would push it out there. It's not going to get any views probably for a while, but I would immediately go to Nexus Clips and process some shorts out of that video and push them out there to start getting them in that short, in that, that section that shows shorts, in hopes that that would get pushed out a little quicker for people to see, to be able to click on the video in that short, to be able to go to my channel, to start exposing my channel and exposing who I am, to get me noticed, to get me out there. So that is one thing that if I started over again, I would start doing shorts from the beginning. Initially, all I heard from creators was, don't do shorts, it doesn't help, it doesn't help. I completely disagree, because when I started using shorts, that's when my channel started boosting. YouTube was doing their work, but I was getting impatient, and I'm like, I'm going to try some shorts. And oh my gosh, all of a sudden my subscribers started going up, and people were clicking on my long form video. Like, it was amazing. No regrets. I would start shorts from the very beginning. Okay, number 5, thumbnails, titles. Now I realize that thumbnails plus the title should tell a story. It should not repeat. You don't want too much here or too much here, but the two together should tell a story. So that is another thing that I would be a little better about, kind of keeping my thumbnail more simple, but then telling the rest of the story in the title. So I think that is important, and not repeating it on both of them. Don't repeat the same thing. So utilize that as the full story to get someone to click your video. All right, and number 6. On my thumbnails, I would start using, I wouldn't put a lot of thought into that. I would start using a clip from my video, but I would do my own clip. So basically what I do now is I just kind of do a little fast forward through my video and find, maybe an expression that I want, or something that works with that video to be able to be a good thumbnail photo. And I will snip it, and then I will go to Canva, and that will be my background. It makes it so much easier. It kind of goes with, it gets to be, if you're doing something like that, plus most of my videos are, well, I guess they're not. Some are in my kitchen, some are in the living room, some are outside like this. But I like to see that, because it tells, if that's on the thumbnail, then that's what I expect to see when I go to a video. And I found myself, when I'm watching other people's video, I'm like, oh, I love that thumbnail, that's great. And then I go to their video and I'm like, okay, they look different, they're in different clothes, their hair looks totally different, the backgrounds, I don't like that. I think it should connect. So I think your thumbnail should somehow represent the video. your clothes. Like I like to be able to see, you know, what I was wearing in that video, and I can see that directly from looking at the thumbnail if I'm like doing some analytics or whatever. I think that's important because that is what attracts me to somebody else's video. So I think that's important. I would do that all over the place, because at first when I was doing my thumbnails, I'm like, oh, how do I want to design this? What do I want to do? Do I want to color? Do I want, you know? And I think it needs to be something that people start recognizing. So when I use my background and I use, you know, just my, I wear a hat all the time. I do. I work in the construction industry and I can wear hats. So I just do it. You know, that's kind of my thing. I always wear a hat and I wear it in all my videos. So find that recognizable link, so that when you're trying to be noticed and be found, when people see your short or they see a video, they're like, oh yeah, that's that guy who always does his videos outside, because you can see it on his thumbnail. Or that's the girl, she always wears a hat. Yeah, that's that same one. Something that's recognizable. Find that repetitive. This is what I think, because it's what helps me recognize other people and their channels. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Okay, number 7. I have a silent partner that I don't have to pay, and I love it. So ChatGPT and Google Gemini are amazing. Oh my gosh. So I can't tell you how many times I've uploaded a video and I'm like, and I try and like, oh my gosh, what's the title? And I need SEO optimized keywords and all this stuff. And how am I going to write my description and make sure I, you know, and I'm like, I don't have time. I got to get to work. You know, I have another job. Anyway, so I started using ChatGPT. Sometimes I'll use Google Gemini. I need to go do a comparison, but right now I have ChatGPT, and you just go in there and you like create, you know, a title and description and a thumbnail idea and a first comment based off of my YouTube video that talks about this. And then it brings up all this information. It brings up a title or a couple different options and some descriptions and your keywords. And then I look through them and I'm like, does that sound like me? Is that really what I want to say? So sometimes I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I just couldn't put it into words. A lot of times I'll alter a few things before I put it in, because I want it to be what I wanted it to say. So, but that has been, oh my gosh, a life savings. They'll give you ideas on, or ChatGPT will give you an idea on how to make your thumbnail. I rarely use that idea. It's a lot of work, and it's not, the ideas are not what attract me to other people's videos. So I really don't use that. But oh my gosh, it's great. It's a silent partner that you don't have to pay. Like, what could be more easy than that? And you can use it in so many ways. You can even use it to give you ideas on how to do your video, how to do your opening line, that kind of, you know, you just have to ask. So yeah, it's the best silent partner ever, and it's free. All right, and number 8 is shorts. Again, I talked about this earlier. I would completely recommend you doing shorts. It was the easiest thing to learn ever. But what I started doing just here lately that I wish I would have done in the beginning is I'm finding that so a lot of people that watch my videos are of my age. And so, you know, we didn't have all this technology and crap when we were younger. But anyway, so I think some of it they don't get. So I think sometimes when people are going through a short, they don't realize that there's an actual video linked that is a part of that short they're watching. So my shorts are clipped from long form videos. So they don't always tell the whole story, right? So it just is like a little teaser so that you can hopefully get them to click the full video link that's on the short and go to your long form video to watch it. But what I found out by a few comments is that some people don't realize that. They don't realize that that's how that works. So on the last few shorts that I put out, at the top, because you can put like a title caption at the top of your short, in your short video. And then at the bottom, it just has the typed words as you're saying them. So instead of using that top box as a title for my short, because I actually have a title for my short, I started putting in there, I would just type click link to video to see full video or something like that. And I've noticed, so that I can get people to be like, oh, what's she talking about? And then realize there's a link there, go click the link. So I've been watching my analytics since I started doing that. And I've noticed that that has helped. So I'll see somebody get on that short, and the one that I know I changed that title on, and then all of a sudden I'll see my full video open up in my analytics. So I know that they saw that, and that's probably how they got to my full video. So that is something that I would do different. When I start doing shorts, I would definitely start adding that little note at the top of my short. I don't know, just something that helped me. And number 9, last but not least, rude comments. You know, you have to realize and understand this world is full of people that just want to ruin someone's day. So in my YouTube setup, I have my comments on a strict setting. So it will automatically push certain types of comments into this held category that you have to go look at, and you can either approve them or you can hide the person, do whatever you want. And I've had a few. I don't go look at them often, to be honest, because I don't want to see anyone's rude comments. But there are some that, even if it's little, like I had a lady say the other day, you know, because I am chatty, I'm raw. I don't do a lot of editing on my videos, because those are the videos I like to watch. I like to feel like I have a connection with somebody. So I hate that choppy look that some people have in their videos. It's just not my thing. And so she said that I just talk too much. I talk too much before I get to the point. And I'm like, and so I just responded and just said, basically, you know, 1, thanks for the comment. 2, yep, I'm pretty raw, real, unscripted. It's just how I am. And I said, good thing there's a fast forward that you can just whiz right past that. And most of the time, I never get a response back from them. Not like, you know, oh, so I guess I was just being over it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to be rude, or, you know, whatever. No, they just want to be rude and say something like that anyway. And most of the time, and I left it on there. I'm like, I don't care. I left it on my comments, and somebody did come back and say, you just be you. I like the information that you give on your videos and blah, blah, blah. So there's always a nice person to kind of offset the rude person. Anyway, and I'm finding that there's definitely a lot more nicer people out there than there are rude people. So you just have to let people fly. They want to give their opinions, and they want to tell you what you did wrong, whatever. Just kill them with kindness and move on. That's what I do, because I'm like, I am not going to let you get the best of me. Sorry, you are not worth my energy. Anyway, so that's my advice regarding people and their rude comments. Like, go away, go bug someone else, you know? And I know they do it to everybody, every YouTube creator, but, you know, it's just the world we live in. I tell you what, it's sad. Anyway, but thank you to all of you that actually are kind and nice, and you know, I appreciate that. Like, you know, it's a better place when we can just be nice and kind to people, you know? All right. My name is Becky. This channel is 60 and Unfiltered. I appreciate you joining me, and I wish you all the luck on your YouTube journey. Please leave me a comment below if you have any questions, any thoughts, any other things that have happened to you in your new YouTube journey. I'm anxious to hear. I should be hopefully hitting my subscriber count and my watch time hours here soon, and I will put out another video. I'm so excited to finally get there and be able to start building my channel. You know, like, it's exciting. I enjoy doing it. I love chatting with people. It's been a great experience. So hopefully someone else will check this out too. Oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to mention is that my YouTube channel, again, is about health and changing my health. And I wish I would have started it 5 years ago when I started this journey. I didn't like myself then. I was so sick and overweight, and like that was the last thing on my mind. But what I would suggest, if any of you, especially being of my generation or younger, it doesn't matter, are getting ready or are on the carnivore diet or on a ketogenic diet or low carb or whatever, and you're trying to change your health, oh my gosh, I would tell you, start this YouTube journey now. Start your channel and document your health journey, because there are so many people out there changing their health, changing their diet, especially with all this food pyramid change and everything. They're like realizing that, oh my gosh, now I know it's making me sick. Start a YouTube channel and start documenting that. People want to hear other people's journeys in this. They want to hear, what did you do? How did you get started? How did you sustain this? How, so, oh my gosh, the perfect niche, I think. So start it. I mean, you might as well use that journey, 1, for your healing, 2, to share, 3, make some money out of it. Eventually your channel will get monetized too, and make some money. It could be your side business or eventually your job or your only job if you're a homemaker or you're, at home and you're so sick that you can't work. What an idea. So I wanted to mention that, like that would be a great opportunity for a new channel if you are starting out this health journey. Even if you have already started, start it now. I started mine 5 years into my journey. I could barely find a picture of me overweight because I didn't take photos of me overweight. I didn't like myself, So dang, if I would have started this 5 years ago. Darn it. Anyway, all right. Take care, everybody.